Welcome to 6G Agenda. I'm your host, Andrew, and I'm here again with my man, Justin Ward on the chords.
Yo,
And we talk about what they want. Dude, something is up.
yeah,
We've
bro,
been
your shit
chilling.
lagged for a minute.
We've been chilling. We've been chilling in here for a minute, and as soon as we start, everything wants to cut out, bro.
hmm
They don't want us talking about what they want, dude.
Dude, they're not letting
I'm
us.
getting sick of this shit.
They're trying.
So anyway,
They're fucking
oh
trying,
well.
that's for sure.
All right, clunky start to the show. It's okay though. We're gonna get it going for real this time, cause I'm just pissed because that was shitty. All right, welcome to 6G Agenda. I'm your host, Andrew, and I'm here with my man, Justin Ward, on the chords,
Yo,
and we talk about what they want. And welcome back. Any new listeners, thanks for chilling, listening, giving us love. We've been getting a lot of feedback. Appreciate your love, and hope you go check out the whole archive. We got plenty of good stuff. I've had people mention do the Bell Labs episode. We're gonna get into a nice, deeper Bell Labs deep dive, but we do have an episode on it, and that would be Silent Weapon 6. It was taken down for a little bit on Spotify, so maybe you didn't see it, but it is there. So definitely recommend going and checking that out. It does have a lower viewer count, so I imagine that that's why we're getting requests to do it, the Bell Labs episode, but it is in the archive. So Silent Weapon 6, and we got another one coming. It's going to be a Patreon episode, deep dive with the multiple labs that might be connected to this kind of building of the AI infrastructure connected to people, sentient AI
yeah.
that's been going since Bell Labs. A lot of national laboratories connected to the military that I've been uncovering, and it's going to be a good time. So we got that coming up soon.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I've got a lot of crazy current events going on right now, but I feel like, this is probably going to be coming out in a week. So maybe I'll wait until we do an episode that's a little like next day-ish.
Sure.
But I mean, hey man, that Jeffrey Epstein and Trump shit is crazy. Have you been seeing the
Yeah, that
emails that
little
came out?
email, yeah, dude. I've
Dude,
only seen
I
the
think they
one. Uh,
mhm,
it was like I think you shared it on Facebook or Twitter or something.
mhm.
Um, the one who's like not saying anything is Trump. I don't remember the
Yes,
wording he
he said
used.
the dog that hasn't
Yeah,
barked.
that. Yep.
Uh-huh. And then he instantly like ... the victim was in his room for hours with him,
Mm-hmm.
right? So instantly after that, incriminating him. Now, remember when I said that I don't think Hillary Clinton killed Epstein?
Yeah.
Well, these emails predate him getting arrested and killed in prison. And he's calling out Trump, dude. He's not, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like his enemies are
Yeah,
Hillary
yeah,
Clinton. I'm
yeah.
just saying,
It's
dude.
not alluding
So
to
it's,
that, yeah.
and what else did I say? Didn't I say that they kind of are gonna get Trump out probably before the end of his presidency, one way or another? And what better way to do it than letting this shit out?
Yeah.
Not only that, but also, he's had, these secret MRIs. He's got a lot of health issues
Mhm.
allegedly. So I don't know. They're building up to it, because he's done his job and gotten everything kind of built up. And now JD can come in and handle the rest of it.
Yeah, and he's able-bodied.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes, man. It's a little bit wild. Not that surprised when you think about it. Just looking at Trump and how he is in a objective light. I mean, come on. Of course he did some wild shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Look at
just
him.
saying.
Just
The
look
grabber
at
by the
watch one
pussy
video of the guy.
The grabber by the pussy thing was crazy. There's a video where they were interviewing him about the grabbing her by the pussy thing, and they said, "Do people don't do that or whatever?" And he said, "Well, actually, the majority." How did he say it? I should pull up the video. He literally said, "Not all the time, but yes. I mean, the great majority of the time, they did do that in history." Pretty much saying that like it is not abnormal to
He's like, "Actually,
grab a woman.
they do that."
He's like, "That's a normal thing." He's like, "You grab her by the what's the problem here?" "I
Yeah,
do
he
what I
was
want." It was crazy, like, the cognitive dissonance he had in that interview. He's
he's
like,
like,
"No, you."
what's the issue?"
Yeah, people do that. Very awesome, very awesome. Not awesome, but just crazy, and just looking back in hindsight, it's like, well, duh, this guy's I mean, he just got everybody all rallied up behind him under the whole "We're gonna save America" thing that
Mm,
it got everybody up in a tizzy and got them all, they aren't paying attention.
yeah. And then like more and more shit that comes out about the guy, the more and more people are shut it up. They stop talking about it. They stop like openly supporting him.
Yeah, I mean, the shift to Christian nationalism has been working pretty well for the right, getting these socialist mayors into
Mm,
office in Seattle and New York City. I
yeah,
mean, this is, it's building that tension with the split.
yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. A lot of stuff coming out with a lot of current event. I mean, Charlie Kirk stuff. So we're gonna have to get a chill pod going soon.
I saw
And
I saw Charlie Kirk's face AI generated on Ice Spice's body, and it was the stupidest fucking
what?
I've been seeing so much Charlie Kirk AI shit.
Jesus,
It's
that's fucked
fucking
up.
ridiculous.
What the hell, dude? Well, something that is wild is I was looking at that Mike McCoy,
Yeah.
the guy with the phone and the hat that was like behind him. He's like his manager or whatever, and it showed the whole thing, right? I
Mm,
think I sent it to you just because I wanted to save it for later so we could talk about this. But just mentioning, as soon as Charlie Kirk was shot, this guy was behind him with the camera the whole time.
yeah.
As soon as he was shot, dude, he didn't stick around. Like I'm talking about as soon as it hit him,
Yeah, he dipped,
he
right?
didn't hit the ground until he was behind the Charlie didn't hit the ground and this guy was behind the tent already.
Yeah.
And then he walked. So here's the tent. He walks from this side of the tent to the other side, then all of a sudden you could see him right here
Mhm.
on camera again, and he's on the phone. Allegedly, he said he called Erica Kirk to tell her what happened as soon as it happened. He didn't even see what happened.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? It seems like he was like, it's more like, okay, it's done. I'm gonna go call.
Yeah,
That's what it
yeah.
seems like. That's what I'm
Mhm.
getting at. So we're gonna get into that. We'll break down the video. There's a lot with that, but that is not the topic of this episode. Just a little bit of some teasers for what's coming up in our
Right.
first 10-minute
Yeah.
segment. So, have you heard of the Monroe Institute?
Vaguely.
Okay. So Robert Monroe is a person who was, let's look at who he was. He is known for pioneering the work in the field of out of body experiences. I was trying to see what he was. I think he's a psychologist. Maybe he's into something else. Radio broadcaster. Oh, great. So there's a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
institute that's practically named after this guy. He founded the Monroe Institute, which continues to explore consciousness and OBEs, out of body experiences. So his book Journeys Out of the Body, it was published in 1971, popularized the term out of body experience and is considered a classic in the field. And so this is going to connect a lot into something called, let's pull it up.
Of course, his study started in the 50s.
Yeah, exactly. MK Ultra, dude, thank you. I mean, you already know that we're going to be bringing that angle into this. MK Ultra, the idea of outer body experiences. Remember the CIA documents that show you how to do astral projection.
Mm,
I said that I think that that connects to MK Ultra and the idea of connecting your consciousness to a synthetic eternity, essentially, which is what this is right here.
yeah.
Synthetic eternity, transferring human consciousness into digital entities for immortality.
Damn.
Dude, how crazy is this? The project aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of the future of digital immortality through interdisciplinary insights from neuroscience, AI, robotics, and philosophy. So that's what we're going to be getting into here. I think that again started in the 50s to 71. This is MK Ultra prime time. You get
Mhm.
the CIA documents that come out around this time about astral projection, trying to get people into this idea of outer body experience, and then what? This
Yeah.
idea of synthetic eternity comes out right around now. And I'll go ahead and show this to you. This is just a little teaser what we'll be getting into. Also, oh shit. Also, we have this. August 31st, 2025. Could we merge consciousness with AI to live forever?
This is dead ass like a major plot point in Cyberpunk, dude.
Science News Today right here. So And yeah, cyberpunk. I mean, they've been seeding the mind with this kind of
Mhm.
concept for a long time. If you look at cyberpunk, I believe that came out around the 70s to 90s period. The first concept of what that is, like cyberpunk, the whole culture
Yeah, yeah.
grew in that era. And this is right after this idea, right? So this merging of concepts has been going on for a minute. And here we are, dude.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a great deep dive.
Yeah. Except in the game, you become like an AI construct, and then you live in like this prison, this like digital prison. It's called Makoshi.
That is reality, actually. They're telling you the truth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to point out, dude.
Yeah.
They warned you what the truth is, but it's like, "Oh, that's cool," because kids that watch it or play it are like, they're not
Yeah.
thinking from the idea of, like, reality.
But when I'm playing the game, I'm like, yo, fuck that. I don't want to live
Yeah,
digitally. I
for
want to
real.
live physically, cuz.
Mhm. So before we break down how Robert Monroe gets into all this, for the free feed, we're gonna go ahead and break down the idea of this full deep dive into like synthetic eternity. We're gonna kind of overview it before we get into this document I found that explains all of it in detail, which is gonna be on our Patreon. Definitely check that out. This is gonna be a nice long clip for the free feed. You don't get an echo on your end, do you?
No.
Cool. It's just these headphones. I got the wired
Are
ones.
you
You know what I
echoing
mean?
in
I'm
your
trying to,
headphones?
just a small
Hmm.
little bit. So synthetic eternity. Digital immortality, mind transfer, and engineered souls. Synthetic Eternity is the modern project spread across corporations, governments, and black budget labs to transfer human consciousness into non-biological substrates.
Hmm.
AI, neural simulation, quantum computers, digital avatars, and biomechanical hybrids. That's what they're aiming for.
Wow.
Dude, that shit's, like, crazy because what we're gonna get into is, like, legitimate, studies that they've done.
Yeah.
This is, like, not this isn't really, like, hyperbole anymore, and that's why we see, like, Science News Today
Mm-hmm.
that we'll get into with the whole article getting into what they've done
Yeah.
study-wise.
And your avatar, you probably wouldn't even be able to customize that motherfucker.
No, dude. I mean,
You'd
you
have
would
to do some
imagine that
weird shit to be able to get a hat.
subscription shit, right?
Yeah.
It would be like, "Oh, you gotta pay the premium," right? So, like, the elites, if they did this, would have the best life. It would be like,
Yeah,
what's that
dude.
called? Westworld?
Ain't that yeah, I think that's
I
what that
think it
is.
was called Westworld, and that's where the elites would go and kill people. You would be the people that are, like, repeating your life on a train or whatever every
Yeah,
day
dude.
that, like, gets killed by somebody,
Just keep spawning
and
in without socks.
you meet your real life wife in this theatrical version of life where you're old time prairie and shit like that. And then but it's your real life wife from, like,
Yeah,
before you
dude.
got plugged in, and so you have this back subconscious memory of the fact that you really do know this woman, but you keep, like, getting your mind erased, and then you
Mhm.
go and meet this woman in this theatrical version, and then you keep dying or, like, having some terrible thing happen every time you meet her. Dude, that is the definition of hell on earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds so crazy, dude. I mean, that's crazy. That's what they wanna do to people, I feel like. I mean, that
It's
is,
almost
like,
kinda like
not
what
far.
they did in Severance with dude.
Oh, dude, that is very close to that's exactly what they did in Severance.
Yeah.
But again, with the repeated kind of I feel like that's a game that they wanna play with people.
Yeah.
So the goal is simple, create a form of immortality where the person continues, but the body becomes irrelevant.
Mm.
It's not hypothetical or sci-fi. It's underway right now. And it has three roots: neuroscience, artificial intelligence, and esoteric metaphysics, which is the basis of all this, of course, as we talk about. And so synthetic eternity depends on a belief that consciousness is an information pattern, not a biological organ. And so harnessing this is and using it is kind of the same core idea behind DeepMind's AGI research, OpenAI's agentic cognition, and Neuralink's brain machine interfaces.
Mm.
And so they're trying to harness this and use it and be able to plug it in.
Yeah.
DARPA's N3 RAM and subnets program. You have the Human Brain Project with the EU, and also military interests like biological quantum cognitive persistence, which is something that the military practices. We're gonna have to get into that, dude. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what the
Quantum
fuck?
cognitive persistence.
All right.
But what do I always say, dude? Quantum physics has nothing to do with the nuclear bomb, dude. It has everything to do with poking through the veil.
Mm,
Your source comes from somewhere, right?
yeah.
I think they're trying to. That's what the quantum shit is. Spooky action at a distance, as Einstein called it.
Trying to cut through the curtain.
Yeah, dude, for sure. So they want to capture all neural signs, emotions, memories, sensory patterns, and internal thought loops. So that way they could map them, apply data, and kind of create a high resolution Neuralink BCI system or a non invasive neural frequency scanner or some quantum sensing and microtube vibrational uh like plug-in shit. This is like next level. EEG fusion. I don't even know like this is some deep scientific shit, bro. But they pretty much want to recreate your cognitive fingerprint. That's
Yeah.
what all this does.
Yeah.
Cognitive fingerprint. How does your brain work? We're mapping it out. I feel like they know more about the brain than they know about space or the ocean.
Yeah. I mean, it's more accessible to study.
Yes. So it's the raw data of your consciousness that they're trying to figure out, not necessarily the you in you,
Yeah.
right? Now, maybe they are because like they need to transfer that. But I mean, I think it's more like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll get into all the deep dives of it because there's a whole document about how it works.
Mm.
So there's a software model that behaves like your mind. And this is the same approach that DeepMind and AlphaZero use, except it's applied to the inner human life. And so it includes memory architecture, personality vectors, emotional regulators, pattern recognition style, and decision making frameworks. So it's like a synthetic twin, essentially. So
Yeah.
they're mapping out how you work, and then they're putting a memory architecture, personal vector, all the things that are you, your tendencies to get pissed or whatever, your emotional regulators, all that shit.
An inorganic version of you.
Yeah. The way you make decisions, impulsivities, all that shit.
Mm.
And then they create a continuity loop, which is humans experiencing a unified self. So memory is continuous, identity is stable, and perception becomes linear. And if they can create that continuity digitally, your uploaded consciousness will feel like you,
So
right?
you wouldn't even be able to know the difference?
Right. So when you plug yourself in, it's a replicated version of the way that you operate in the real world. They try to like get it to where your digital consciousness operates the same way, but in
Mhm.
reality, it's just a programmed version of you, dude.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Would you be able to know the difference?
None of it's done right. And so that's where it becomes hairy because you also wouldn't know if it was done so well, you wouldn't know the difference if it was done exactly like how you were.
Yeah.
Because by the time you were plugged in, essentially you would be so close to you, but a little different in ways that were controlled by them. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
like it'd be subtle.
Like, what if you're like over time, your memories started like colliding? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And like,
Oh yeah, with like, well, that's why they would try to make it as close to your real memory as possible, but they would keep certain things out of it and then
mm,
not expose you to those environments in the digital realm, which obviously that wouldn't happen anyway.
yeah,
You know? So think about it. What triggers a memory that you forgot about?
it's like a certain smell, something that triggers a sense.
Something environmental.
Yeah.
And so if you put somebody in a digital environment, you now there's no way that you're gonna have those
Yeah.
cross threads for the most part. You see
Because
what I'm
you're in a
saying? Because
senseless environment.
it's it's a exactly, and what senses you do perceive aren't really being perceived.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Because it's in a digital, it's fake
Right.
perception. Yeah, dude, that's
That's
deep. So
fucked.
you would never actually recapture memory that you lost, and you would
Mm-mm.
think you had your memories that you've always had, when in
Yeah.
reality, you might not.
That is so evil.
I know, dude. I mean, this is crazy. If they can recreate that continuity digitally, I mean, that's nuts. So this is the most dangerous step because continuity can be faked, as we just talked about. So you could be copied while believing you're the original. And so where will your consciousness actually live? These options are being explored. I think it'd be harnessed for energy. I think that's pretty fucking obvious. I think
Yeah.
that whatever the energy is that your consciousness creates, I think that will be harnessed inside of some kind of cloud, quantum neural substrate, or maybe like a digital astral plane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's more likely that they use it to like actually suck the energy out of it, like straight matrix shit. That we haven't even I don't even know what that is, like what that would look like.
Yeah. So the question would be, where would our consciousness reside, right? On a fucking
Yes,
flash drive.
pretty much.
We'd
And
be a
remember the
file.
battery? Yes. Remember the battery part of Matrix?
Yeah. Yep.
This is you. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
This is you. I mean, dude, that's what we're talking about, dude. This is the basis of our show right here.
Look
I mean,
behind
dude,
us.
check out the Patreon for free or some shit, dude. You know what I mean? Get a little 7-day trial, bro, because this is worth it. Synthetic eternity is not just a scientific dream. It's heavily rooted in the ancient esoteric ideas that we get into on the show as well, like the Hermetic homunculus, which is really just the Kabbalistic golem, right? That
Mm.
we've talked about. The Egyptian Ba, Ka, soul splitting. If you've ever heard of Ba and Ka, we'll get into that sometime. It's the physical and the spiritual self.
Mm.
And also Tibetan transfer of consciousness. This has been a thing that's been studied for a long time. This is not a new thing. The Gnostic escape from the demiurge prison planet, material prison, which in reality, we're going to put ourselves in a recreation of that, a
Yeah.
digital one.
I'm gonna go from this one to another one.
And that one's going to be a real synthetic eternity.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up. They literally name it what it's going to be, dude. That's why I'm like super hammering on this because, pardon me, synthetic eternity implies that you will never leave and your real organic self, your real spiritual consciousness is gone
Yeah.
and you will live synthetically for eternity. That is what that is as dark as it gets. That is the demiurge prison planet in a digital way that
Mm-hmm.
you don't get out of. You don't have a Jesus save you from that.
And you'll be happy.
Perceptually happy once you're in it. Yes.
What did that dude
You'll be
say?
yes. You'll have all the feelings of happiness and not really know why or where they come from. Yes.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about that. I mean, it's not like you're really happy. You'll have all the feeling because you have forgotten what's important.
Mm-hmm.
Your subconscious will no longer be there because you have a digital version of your conscious.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're actually gonna be, oh man,
I
this
know
is
it may
fucked up.
not be necessarily related, but what did that dude say? Like, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the state of living that they're gonna have us live in before they plug us in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, they may never even give us this because this is like next level technology that they may even save for people like Peter Thiel who want to live forever. But I argue he's going to be living in a digital hell
Mm.
if he takes this deal. Technologists are recreating the same project mystics tried to for 5,000 years. Escape death by transferring the soul. The only difference is the Monroe Institute sought the natural path, and DeepMind and DARPA seek the synthetic path. And I think the Monroe Institute was teaching the natural path to prime you for the idea of the synthetic path
Yeah.
because the natural path is not necessarily what it's cut out to be. If I'm being honest, I know a lot of people that listen to the show are like, this idea of this like new age manifestate, all that stuff is like the answer. And I get it. Christianity isn't necessarily the answer either. But there's probably more truth in that than there is in this idea of conscious connecting to everything.
Yeah.
Maybe to nature to an extent, of course, to creation, of course, but it doesn't hit this level of like hive mind for all that shit. I just don't go for that.
Mm.
Sorry. So he may have been teaching a natural path. It doesn't mean it was necessarily better than this digital one that they used his teachings to recreate.
Yeah.
So we're about to get into that. So they're trying to break mortality, capture consciousness, and build a digital afterlife that they control.
Fuck.
So we're gonna get into all that right now. You guys go check out our Patreon. We're gonna get deep into it. I mean, yeah. Digital copy thinks it's you, but it's not the original awareness of you. It's a mirror with memories, a ghost in a hard drive. So let's fucking get into it.
Let's
So
do
you
it.
guys go check us out. Thank you again for everything. Go check out the description. Check out the show description. We have our Patreon link. We have also any donation links if you want to support the show in any way you feel like. You can also follow our handles, social medias. And please like, follow, rate, all the good stuff. Go hit all of our spots. We could use all the love we could get. And thank you very much. You know, if you value the show, just go give us some love. We're doing this one pre-recorded. And yeah, we're going to drop this 30-minute pre-show onto the free archive. And let's get into the Patreon.
Hell yeah.
Later.